All right, Nikolai. Better to do it twice than not at all. Wait, what are we doing?
Hooking up to this train so you have enough braking power to
I
go
thought
down.
we were doing it with one this time. Wasn't that the thing? We're going to try it one.
I thought that was going up. That's what I understood.
No, I think we was going to try going down with one to see if it was okay. I thought. Because we've done it with two, so the next test is with one, right?
Oh, if I... Okay, well, let's switch trains and I'll go down... Or put this one on the other track. I don't know what you want to do. Want this one on another track or just go ahead of you in case you need it?
You may as well take those cars over there with you. So you take those cars over there, and I'll take these.
Give me a second to move out your way.
We'll save it before we go down there.
Yeah.
Looking forward to SimRail this year, Wackaday. When's that out? Slot number 4, please. Q2. Is there any release information on it, like previews? Yes, native. So that water tower slowly fills over time, but at the moment, because it doesn't cost you anything, the best way to do it is just delete it and then just drop another down, which will automatically come back full. Oh, is it stay away game? Uh-oh.
Need to reset the switches for you, Paul.
Any of these cars got a brake on them?
The front one, I think. Just the one behind you. I think that's the first time that train's taken all the load, though, isn't it?
Yeah. Dyslexic Hagger, thank you for 26 months. Not been here for ages due to uni. Hope everyone's well. Nice to be back, dude. Welcome back.
I'm going to a different location than you.
Yeah. It's fine. I'll set the points for me.
Okay.
You think the rear car's also got the brake on?
It doesn't. I switched it off and moved it to the front one.
%. SimRail was supposed to go out Q2 or 3 last year. Right. There's a prologue you can play on Steam. Right. see if we got enough stopping power. I love that.
Lol.
I love that bot.
I
Want to
just
become
saw-
famous? Buy followers, primes, and viewers. Wait, hang on. You have to. How, you want to buy Prime subs to yourself? How does that work? That's just mad. No, you don't need to kill the brakes. B Sharp, thank you for 5 months. I've seen you try some 2 video yesterday. I really fancy going to Penzance for a few days. It's a nice place. But like I said in the video, go there when the weather's nice. Because when the weather's not nice, it's horrible.
It's always a guessing game when you go down that far, though. Because it's right on the coast, and it's like the first thing to get hit by any weather front.
Exactly. It can be pretty brutal down there.
Like, half my family live down that way. I mean, I haven't seen them in like a decade, but they're down there.
Oh, actually, it's on the limit around that bend there. The cars are starting to get a bit upset. Be sharp. Thank you for 5 months, by the way. Tahu Hanak, 21 months. Another month of awesome streams. Can't wait for more. I tell a joke about chemistry, but I don't think I'd get a reaction. Hey.
I've gone past the first switch that you need, Paul, so you can set it back to yours.
Okay. Let's see. Let's go that way. And then we'll go that way. That's good. No, native. That's the one thing that I'd like them to work on is when you're building, there's a lot of guesswork involved. A lot of guesswork. It does tell you what gradient the track you're building, but it doesn't help you. It doesn't tell you like altitude levels of the slopes. It doesn't help you to build curves nicely. There's a lot of piecing things together currently. You can't bank the track though. A little bit primitive at the moment. Techland have confirmed at least 5 years of post-launch support. Wow. That's a huge commitment. First DLC in March. Which is what, like more story, more map, different game mode. More story. Christian Spill, thank you, 53. That's good. I mean, 5-year commitment. That's crazy.
Have you checked all your switches, Paul?
I have, yeah. Why? you've been messing about?
I just wanted to make sure.
Lol, imp. I'm guessing Twitch has its own bots now that look for bots. Like any account that's just posting the same thing across multiple channels, or a very similar thing across multiple channels, just auto banned. You've heard mixed opinions on Dying Light 2. Because Dying Light 2 almost didn't happen, didn't it? If I remember, the actual studio making it almost went bust at one point. And then they had like a change of direction and all kinds of things. Very troublesome development. I see a puppy.
That's not me.
Was that Sawmill then?
That is me.
Oh, welcome back.
Yeah, I was
Just say you
occupying
didn't say you came back. I was like, what?
I was occupying the main line, so I was like, I just need to concentrate on that before I.
The main negatives are performance and ragdolls. The reason why Dying Light 1 was supported for so long was the dev hell with mismanagement. Yeah, Payday. What happened to Payday? I don't know. Techland did almost abandon Dying Light 2 after development's hell. Like, Payday was a great concept.
We need
but
some logs down.
why is that home too?
Sawmill.
Payday was a great concept, but somehow it all went wrong.
There's only 11 lumber in stock.
That's not a lot of lumber.
Nope. And there's 75 beams, so I'm going to load up 5 carts of beams again and deliver some logs here to get some lumber.
Heading up to the sawmill, pups.
I'm parked where we load the beams and lumber, so
Yeah, it was an FYI.
I'll
See,
be here for a while yet.
now I want to work out how big a train we can take. Lost into Payday 2 a long time ago and can't go back into it. That's what I'm saying. Like, the concept of the game was quite good. It could have been so enjoyable. Somehow they managed to get the formula wrong. And also the AI was just like laser beam shooting at you. Like, they'd literally
I
see
think
you
I put
and you
your
couldn't see
switches
them.
back, Paul, but I would just check.
Okay, cool. They would just see you and you couldn't even see them. They were already hitting you in the head. It was frustrating. Where am I taking this then? Because we have a lot of stuff here, don't we?
Well, that needs to go back. That consist needs to go back up to the iron ore mine, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And then we need logs delivered to the sawmill because we're running out of lumber.
Freddie K, thank you 4 months. Yeah, it'd be nice to have a big, like, wood drop down there, but I think we're limited by the siding, aren't we, for a member?
If I can do some jiggery pokery and we can get a turnaround loop at the logging camp and a turnaround loop at the sawmill, then we can do some consistent runs, can't we?
Yeah, we need to get a lot of logs down there, but where you drop the logs, like, you can't... If you made a really long train, you wouldn't be able to reverse it in because you can't go far past the water enough, if you see what I mean.
Yeah, but you want it so that you can deliver it on a constant and then head back, don't you? You don't want to be able to...
Yeah, like a shuttle.
Yeah, so I need to build a loop at the sawmill and build a loop at the logging camp so you can run a really long train in one direction the entire time and do a figure of 8, essentially.
That would be nice.
Or build a train with 2 locos, one on each end, and shuttle it.
The only issue with that is that you are pushing a dead weight and you'd be pulling a dead weight, I suppose.
Well, if you sink the trains out.
8 to kill it.
No, because you can't sink it, because if
Thank
it's
you,
one's
86.
facing one way and one's facing the other, if you go reg forward, it'll pull it apart, and if you reg backwards, it'll squeeze it together.
No, like, but one on the... So both trains are facing the wrong way. You attach one to the front and one to the back.
Yeah. Think about it, Pups. If you tell them both to go forward, they're pulling apart.
No, as in hook the back of the train to one and then the front of the train to the other end, and then they'll both be facing the same way. So whether you're going in forward or reverse, they're doing exactly the same as each other.
Why would you need 2 locos then? Just have one. It's not a weight problem, it's more of a convenience problem.
Yeah. You wouldn't need 2 trains, you'd probably pull it forwards full and back it reverse empty.
I think that's what Throne did.
Yeah, you can, Native Evo, you can shuttle them, but obviously you're pulling a dead weight. And the loco on the back is still going to burn through its wood while it's idling.
I'm approaching the sawmill, perhaps.
I'm still...
Yeah, it's just it's a FYI, not a... I expect no action. Captain, I see land over the bow. I'm just letting you know that it's coming in quick, yeah? What you do with the information is up to you.
Yeah, I can't really load anything else.
Ironically, if you want to see how much water you've got, if you stand in the main tank and crouch and you don't see any water, you're good.
Yeah.
I wonder how many players you'd have to have in the server before you get to the point where you need to double track things or put passing loops in and stuff.
Well,
thank you, TSD.
logic would be 2.
Yeah, but if you focus on different industries, you know, not necessarily on the same track at any point. I don't know, Rumble Truck. There's a lot of playability here. Like, Sommy's got 100 hours in it, but it's quite expensive for an early access game. But if you're going to play it to that extent, then it's still good value, right?
I watched probably 10 hours of YouTube content on this and was like, I need this in my life, I think, and bought it and then didn't need it in my life.
Yeah, and then started trying to actually build track and thinking, this is so frustrating. Why
Well,
did I buy this?
Do you know what it was actually a tiny, probably the first time my ego has ever got bigger than ever got in the way, and I literally sat there and watched this guy and I was like, surely it can't be that difficult. I genuinely thought it to myself of, this guy is making a rod for his own back. I reckon I could play this, not better, but, you know, easier. And I have, don't get me wrong, I've pretty much enjoyed all of that time. It's not like SnowRun the grindy time. Some of it is, obviously. But the open world, first person, there's no correct way of doing it concept of life, you know, falls into my wheelhouse, you know?
I'll be.
You know, it's like how you play City Skylines, Paul, isn't it? Like, you don't have to play it the way that you play it, but you enjoy the way that you play it, and it gives you the option of how you want to do it, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not on rails. I see what I did there.
Yeah. But I generally
I thought that was good.
I think it was about 10 hours of content, and was like, that's a lot of money. It is a lot of money, you know, it's 25 quid, 26 quid, something like that. But I've had 100 hours out of it, personally.
So it's £3 an hour, which you could definitely, if you had a job at McDonald's, you could pay for that easy.
Yeah. And that's like now, if they get, you know, it's the leap of faith with any of the early access games that we all play, right? You're relying on the dev continually developing it, aren't you? That's what you're paying for at that outset.
Yeah, early access is trust, unfortunately.
Yeah, and it's, you know, you said it yourself, Paul, you know, if, you know, as for I just about heard the tail end of the conversation about the DLC for Factorio. Like, I genuinely believe that if the Factorio devs were releasing an X game, whatever that X game is, and it was £200, I would probably go, yes, I'm going to buy it. Out of the pure and simple faith that I think we both have for the Factorio devs.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Reputation.
Yeah. And that's genuinely how I feel about it.
Have you not seen the DLC
I've
for
been told that
Factorio
I'm
1?
mad, so who knows?
Next Factorio DLC one, 200 quid.
Yeah, you probably don't want to park that on that line, Paul.
What, I was going to fill up again. Am I not doing that?
Well, you've only got 58, so in theory you've only got 5 full carriages.
Right, okay. I like how you say the word Factorio and Whiteland appears in chat.
Yeah, well, Tom Sunday will be in here in a second.
We don't know Whiteland. Later this year, we think the new DLC, possibly, maybe. But
Mechanic, it was a hypothetical.
they're well on
Nobody
the
panic.
way.
The Factorio devs are not releasing a game for 200 quid. I made it up. Don't panic. Don't panic.
Yeah, that was a joke. That was a joke.
That was the concept of. We were talking about the concept of early access games. Yeah.
Well, yeah, if you played Factorio to any level, you've had your money's worth out of it. I think when I bought Factorio, it was less than £10 when I bought it. It was very cheap. And so in that sense...
Ditto.
Yeah, so in that sense, it's one of the most insane value for money purchases I've ever had.
I would be very curious to actually have a look at my Steam transactions and find out how much that was when I purchased it.
What game were you on about?
Factorio.
I think I paid like £16 or something. if not
Yeah,
less.
so I've got 330 hours in Factorio, and I don't think I paid more than a tenner for it.
I'll have a look, see how much I've got. Yeah, I got 400 hours in Factorio.
That was glove, that wasn't it? Eh? That was glove. Set the train off, ran over, got the turntable straight on. Butter that was. It is a time sink, Enceladus. It really is. It's just too much fun. Oh no! What? No! Not my fault. I didn't break it.
No, actually, it was a. I'm seeking permission to destroy the logging camp.
Whoa! Don't do it, no. If you build it back, you have to build back better.
There you go. I've just gone through my Steam purchases. I paid £15 for Factorio.
Oh, you got ripped off, dude.
Wow.
You got well and truly ripped off.
Oh yeah, because I've not got £15 worth of gameplay out of that, Paul.
What do you show your Steam purchases? You have to go into Steam or in your emails or something?
Steam account detail.
I don't know if I want to do that.
And then it's like store and purchase history, and then click through purchase history.
Store.
So go. So you know where your name is in top right. Click account details, and then the first section.
Hang on. Where your name is top right. What?
Yeah, well, you know your Steam username.
Wait, Squirrel, and then what? How do I go into account? Steam.
So you're on Steam.
Yeah.
Right, in the top right-hand corner where it's minimised and that, you have your name, right?
Oh yeah.
Account details. Yeah,
account details, and then the first thing says store and purchase history. In that section, there's a few purchase history on the right-hand side, top one.
Yeah.
And then scroll down and find it.
Oh dear God.
It's not a search function.
Load more transactions. Okay, we're in 2017 currently.
I'm back to 2014. Can I search?
No, you can't search, Paul.
I searched.
Oh, actually, so the 26th of March 2016, Factorio was £15.
Oh, yeah, you got ripped off as well, Sammy.
Just press Control F and you can search it. Wait.
So me and Sammy both paid £15.
Factory Town, R Factor. I can't find Factorial purchase in here.
Have you loaded more transactions?
My transactions go back to 2007 when I bought Portal. 2007, I bought Portal for $23.
Wow.
And then I bought Battlefield Bad Company 2 Standard Edition in 2011 for £6.80.
Yeah, you've got like Steam Legendary status or something, haven't you? Because you've been doing it for so long.
Yep.
17 years of service. Yeah, there you go. A member of Steam since December 2004.
2000 and what?
Yours says years of service, member since the 14th of December 2004 for your profile.
2004.
2004. I was still in high school, dude. That's ridiculous.
When Steam came out, I was like, yes, digital purchases, no more CDs and DVDs. Yes, please. And there were loads of people going, oh, I don't like the idea of digital purchases. And look where we are now.
Anyway.
I don't know how much I paid for Factorio because it's not in my purchase list.
Whiteland said he got it for you, Paul.
Oh, really?
And he paid £15.
Ah, that I swore I... Okay, all right. Well, I mean, that is insane value for money for me.
Yeah.
Thanks, Whiteland.
Okay, I don't know if I've got the brain power or the capacity to rip this apart and build it properly the time remaining.
Right.
I'm not going to say I haven't got the capacity of doing it, just in the time.
Yeah, because you're not staying around, are you? So.
Well, I will go and have a conversation. Is that your plan to do this for the rest of the day?
Yeah, there's lots to do. I mean, I don't want to fall. It's up to you, dude. That's all I'm saying.
Mrs., can I play because Paul wants to?
Oh, God.
I'll go and have a word. We'll see what's going on.
1,000 hours in Factorio, nice. You still hit the Steam digital prison on the day the games will vanish from with their service. I see what you're saying, but I don't think they'll vanish because you've still bought the license to play that game. Now, if Steam went bust, Valve went bust, somebody else would buy it, and it would transfer over to that company. So I don't really think that there's a big risk, though.
Yeah, I can't see Steam going anywhere anytime soon.
I mean, never say never, but I'm not. It's not top of my worry list. Let me put it that way. Put it this way: back in the day, if you lost your CD, you couldn't even play the game. So you actually physically bought something, and if you couldn't find that CD, or it was scratched or damaged, you were in trouble. You used to have to buy Minecraft on the website originally, because I think that's how I first bought Minecraft, was on their website. And then one day they got onto Steam because it became popular. And, uh-oh, I think I might have done this wrong. And then, yeah, you had to generate a Steam key. Oh, what did you appear for?
You just teleported here to help you out. There you go.
Thanks.
I can't bring any lumber or anything up here because we need timber down at the sawmill.
Yeah, we're just going to chuck these in the siding for now.
No worries. So I loaded up the beams and then just parked the train up.
Right. Do you gain resources for doing these tasks again? I can't see how much you have. So basically, if I press P, there's my funds, 29,000 baht. So when you deliver the goods, you get paid money. Oh, Minecraft not Steam, Minecraft Dungeons is... What am I thinking of then? I'm trying to think. There have been games in the past that I've had to buy on the website, and later they've gone onto the Steam platform, and I've had to generate the Steam key. That's happened a few times.
Euro truck?
Yeah, I mean, my Euro Truck key predated Steam, that's for sure. Elite Dangerous definitely did. And I think there was another, like, Hell Let Loose as well.
Depot.
Which side did we go in? The left one?
Yeah. Where the water tower is. A double water tower is, I should say. They're both empty, so it doesn't really matter.
Just check the rear cars, the brakes are off.
Now the brake is off.
Yeah, thought there was a bit of resistance. Why are we putting it on the siding where the water tower is?
Well, they're both sidings, aren't they? So.
Yeah, but this is the only one that drops water in. And the only one that comes off the turntable, and we're now blocking turntable. So this is literally the worst choice out of the three sidings.
Don't we need to top it up anyway?
I'm just saying, if you bring a train up here and want to turn around, you can't.
Well, I was going to let it fill up for like 20 minutes and then come back and move it onto the other one.
This doesn't need filling up on water.
Okay. Well, you can just park it there then and I'll move it. It's not going to be moved for a while yet because we've got to redo down at the log station, haven't we?
Well, I think someone's negotiating that. We can deliver logs, but he was hoping to change it for something more efficient, but then he needs to negotiate. Take away some things.
It's one of the first things we ever did, wasn't it?
Yeah, it certainly was, and it's not great.
It's literally just a piece of track that goes in, and then that's it.
Hey, donkey. We have like 1 lumber here and 5 beams. Yeah, that is pretty low. Right then, do we want to leave this? We could buy another loco. We could leave this one here.
What are we doing with the other loco?
No, I'm saying we could either leave that here, ready for when we want to load up later, and I can go to the depot and buy another one. Can't remember how much they are.
What do we need? I'm trying to think what we need to move.
Wood, and also the stuff that's coming out of the smelter. We need to move those things.
Rails.
I'm back.
I'm back.
So, and I quote, "Do whatever you want."
Woohoo! Let's book a holiday, boys.
Party time! Let's go!
Yeah, we're just trying to work out what we're doing next. If we're going to move some rails or something, or just focus on lumber. Any thoughts?
Well, before I destroy access to the logging camp, do you want to do some log loads then?
Well, if we bring more lumber up here, it's generate more iron ore. Why do we need to do that when we've got loads of rail down there that needs to be moved? Is kind of my thought.
Well, because even the next step of taking raw iron to the iron works, you need wooden products, I believe, to go with that.
So
No, the iron works, you need coal and raw iron. So the next place that you need to go to is the coal mine.
Don't you have to take like rails in or something?
Which the coal mine is beams and rails.
Beams?
Yes, because I think it's like the philosophy that it's making the mine into the coal. So, you need rails to take your little cart down on and the beams to keep the foundations from not killing you. I think is the concept, is what they're going for, yeah?
Right, so where are we getting beams from?
The sawmill, which is dependent upon the lumber and the logs. Sorry, not the lumber, just the logs.
So there's a train at the sawmill already half full with beams. And then how many rails do we have in stock?
72.
Okay, this can hold 60.
I don't know how many rails fit on a car, though.
Well, should we teleport back, get another train and
It's
some cars?
10 rails per one car.
Right, so we can do 7 cars worth of rail. Unless we bring more iron ore here. In which case we need more wood up there.
And yeah, so this place here can hold 60, and then it can only hold 30 beams.
It can only hold 30 beams. Right.
Yeah. 60 rails, 30 beams.
Let me have a look at the spreadsheet.
Which spreadsheet?
Roams. So 2 beams and 1 rail produces 10 coal. So we need twice the beams. Right, so if we've got 70 rails, I would argue we've got enough rail. We need more beams, basically. Does that seem fair?
Yeah, so to get more beams, you need to run logs from the logging camp to the sawmill.
Indeed. But because the output's quite small, we can't let them build up, can we?
No, it's whether you think that it works but not very well and you're happy to leave it like that, or whether you want it to work as efficiently as possible.
Well, if we start doing work on the sawmill now, we literally can't do any operations.
Yeah, well, that's relevant for both, isn't it?
Well, the sawmill has 59 beams in stock.
It does?
Yes, and it has 5 carriages on the train for the beams.
I'm just coming down there.
Because I started loading it and then stopped because there was no lumber.
Okay, so maybe what we should do is load up on a load of beams, get them out of here, and then you can start tearing it apart, something.
Well, I'm at the logging camp. I'm not at the sawmill.
Is it the sawmill you're thinking of redoing, or the log
Or
camp?
both.
Right.
Both is the short answer.
So we could load this train up, Paul, for just beams and park that, because that up there's got 3 sidings. And then we can grab another train and go and grab the rails.
Yeah, let's get all the wood out of here, and then, you know, we can
Right,
start
can you
rebuilding
reverse
this.
the train a bit then, Paul? Or I'll reverse it and you do the crane?
That's fine, I'll reverse it. Wait, doesn't that not load up? Oh, you want to do the beams? Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
we
get
run
as
out
many
of
beams as
lumber.
we can. Do you need any more trains, somebody, or are you alright?
Say that again, sorry?
Do you need a loco or anything? Are you okay?
No, I don't need anything in theory, do I? I've got a train here which I'm now going to move out of the way and occupy the main line.
Inaccurate marksman, thank you for hitting the target for 51 months.
And stop.
Bobinator, thank you for 30 months. Fox Molder, happy railroading. Thanks for 35. How many cars have we got here? 7?
9.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, okay. It becomes a bit of a blur at the back.
Yeah, I've got a bug. I can't click on the cranes to load anything.
Let's have a look.
Let me teleport away and come back.
Yeah, it works for me. You're on the wrong platform, dude.
I know, but I was seeing if it would highlight, but it's not. So I still can't.
Really?
Yep.
It's not.
It highlights the train, the carriages, everything else. Just not the crane. Okay, so I fixed it by jumping into the train, taking control of the train and jumping back out.
That makes sense. Is that full now?
Yeah, they can only carry 3 each.
Well, I'll go forward, yeah?
Yeah. And stop. You're going to have to come and do it again, Paul. It stopped working again.
Are you kidding me?
I don't know what this is doing. So the only one of these cranes I can click is this first one.
So, like, the last person who got on the loco can click this thing.
I can only control this crane that I'm stood next to, Paul.
We're going to need some more cars, aren't we?
If you want to take all of it, yeah.
Yeah. I'm thinking you carry on loading up here and I'll jump down to the depot and start buying some more cars.
Can you finish loading, Paul? I don't get why this is bugged out all of a sudden.
No idea.
Right, do you want me to start taking this
Yep.
up to the... Where are we going again? Coal mine.
Yep.
Okay.
Or you're going to chuck it in a siding at the coal mine, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
Looks good without snow, yeah. I think the snow was a bit overdone. Juds, thank you very much for subbing. Welcome. What's the... What's that one? Just a normal flat car, isn't it?
Yeah.
A flat car too for what you're after. Yeah.
Lumber, raw
Where are you
iron.
parking that train, Sammy?
I don't know, mate. I was considering parking it down at the ironworks just to get it right out of the way. Because there isn't enough room at the freight depot to park it anywhere, is there?
Yeah, there's like
Isn't
we got like 6 sidings or something
How many of those flat cars have we got in total? Is it 9?
on the train that I have now. 9, yes.
Have we got any others on the map?
Not
Just
sure,
wonder-
Paul.
I'll start at 10 and hope then.
So to get to the coal mine, I have to go past the freight depot.
I really wish it would stay on the purchase screen after a purchase.
All right, I'm going to return this to the freight depot so it's out of the way, okay?
Yeah, just sling it in one of the
I don't know if
sidings.
Paul actually wants this train.
I don't mind. I can either use it or buy another. Either or. Yeah, you have to buy every car individually and then go back into the screen, choose the right thing, label it. It's so annoying. You just want to go buy, change number 12, buy, change number 13, buy. That's what you want to do. Am I taking that loco or not, Tommy? Because it detects.
Yeah, you can have this loco, yeah.
I'm driving up towards the freight depot, Paul, because I got to go past it anyway, so I can give you a hand to hook up all the new carriages.
Okay.
I just got this consist on the back of here that I'm going to drop off, Paul, and then you can have the loco, yeah?
Okay. Yep, and it spreads them on the sidings. Okay. Oh, you're in Pepper?
No,
Oh,
Doyle.
Dole 3.
You happy with that?
Yeah, it's fine. I'll,
Pulled the pin and put some brakes on.
yeah. Did you just put the brake on the first one, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, I'm off to go and call some destruction.
Oh, hang on, let me save it before you do that. Okay, so that will be slot number 2, please. Where are you, pups?
Dealing with a massive lag issue at the moment.
It sounds like you might have to just consider leaving and coming back, but don't forget, you need to detach on your railroads extended before you leave the game.
Yeah.
But you are seeing some weird stuff now and probably just need to come back. Or you could wait 25 minutes until the half-term interval. Actually, grab some wood while we're here. I think with a snow thing, I think he should have gone for like a frosted look rather than a full snow-covered look. I think it would have worked. It would have looked good and just worked better. Does SimLab ship to the US? That's a good question. I think they have. Yes, I think they have a US distributor though. I'm pretty certain that they have a US distributor. But I don't know if you have to order from like a US site or not. Or just order from the EU site and choose US. Probably best find them an email and just asking. But I'm fairly confident they do ship to the US.
I think there's an FAQ section on the website, Paul, which tells you.
Where's the sidings? That way, that way. So debate on getting a rig for your twin stacks or a standalone. It's a tough one. You can't beat a aluminium rig. But then if you get it, you know, it's like a fixed installation. But you can build on it. That's the advantage. Like how it just doesn't show that. Detobita, what do you mean? Like if it runs out of wood, the temperature will come back down.
I should be there in a second, Paul, to give you a hand.
It's fine, dude. ACH Andy, thank you for 40 minutes. Oh man, all this shunting takes time, doesn't it?
Yep.
Have you fixed your problem yet?
Yeah, I'm just getting off the switch. I'm next to you behind the building, and I'll come and give you a hand.
How many was on the other one? 9?
Yeah.
Blimey. So I need to buy another 3. Sergeant Kelly, I'm not really sure. I think it's because the track comes built before the mod attaches, so it doesn't see the track being built. It's some weird thing. Basically, the pre-built track doesn't show on the map properly.
You can stop, Paul.
So the back carriage has the brake on,
Yeah.
basically. So I just drive through these, basically. No, we did used to use the caboose, but honestly, it's just dead weight. Currently, there's no point to it in the game. There's no benefit from using it. It's just more weight.
You hooked up. Brakes off.
What was the last number?
26. 14. Hang on, 15. Oh, it's in backwards order, in it. Hang on.
12, 13, 14, 15. So the next one's 16.
The highest number you have on here is 15.
Roadkill, thank you, dude. We'll do the double one first, yeah?
Yeah. Good stop.
Yeah, I wonder if that Bets is even any use anymore. The
No
thing is,
idea.
if you just start playing the game now, like when we started, we had Betsy OP. Now you've got
Yep.
nerfed Betsy.
Don't go too far forward, Paul. You go forward about a foot.
Why?
Because the game didn't put the link in like I asked it to. You can come back now. Right, you're on. Brake is off.
It is, Captain Flint. I can imagine, though, it being a lot more of a struggle now. I don't know how powerful Betsy is. But even with a powerful Betsy, it was hard to make enough money to buy a big engine.
You good?
Like, I think Derail Valley had a pretty good balance. Well, exactly, Tom. He's more of a shunter, really. I think maybe the game should start you with a reasonable loco and a Betsy for shunting.
You good?
Alrighty then. On new train.
This is being loaded with...
More stuff for the stuff that you just loaded up.
Okay, beams.
Was it beams, I think?
I'll
Literally
leave
that.
the other beam train where it is for now and I'll come back down and help you. All the switches set.
I'm just having a look now. Should take us to lumber.
Noise.
And then we can reverse back.
Yeah.
How many locos? About half a dozen, I think. If I come out there. Flat car. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh no, 7, I think. However many that was. Yeah, I think they've got a lot of work to do on the audio, Beer. It's still early days. Most of the engine sounds are the same across different trains in a way. It's not very authentic yet. think Sommy's gone into full concentration mode.
Yep. You know it.
We need total concentration. Right, pups.
Yup.
Do you want to set up the points for reversing back in?
Yep.
Just got to get past this one, but the ones that go down to the log, the sawmill.
Yeah. When you get past, I'll jump off and just run down dirt by hand. So you got to go back slowly anyway.
Oh my God, the bridge has ended.
Is that enough room?
I hope so.
I
I think it is.
hope so.
Yikes.
You're good.
Work in progress.
We are good on switches.
Some of this stuff here was like early game bridge, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Still trying to figure it out, bridge. You set the points, yeah?
Yeah.
Dan Rofat, thank you for 42 months. Need to go to the back
The
one.
back
don't
one,
we?
yeah.
I wonder if you'd be able to click. I bet you can't.
I'll find out in a second. I can click again!
Amazing.
Woohoo! And stop.
Can you design your own trains? No, you design your own track. So, by default, that's the map, but you don't start with any track as such. So, if I do that and that, that's the map. But you only start with like a little bit of track here at the depot. So all this track here that you see that goes from, here to the lumber mill, to the sawmill over there, all the way up to the smelter, up to the iron ore, up to the coal, like all of this track has been built. You have to build everything here. And you have to decide how to do it and how you're going to get there, given the elevation changes that you have.
You can come back.
The terrain. That's the challenge, really. But it gives you kind of rudimentary tools to do it right now. You cannot build tunnels. You can build bridges. Whether they'll add tunnels in the game, I don't know. But bridges you can do.
Stop.
It doesn't give you enough technical information to make bridge building really efficient. Track building really efficient. You have to kind of figure your way out through the terrain. And sometimes things don't work. And you're like, well, I'll delete that and make it smoother. Or I can go this way. And even worse, because you're building it in first person. Like when you're laying a bridge, you're in first person mode, kind of holding a piece for a bridge. So you can't see like where you're coming from and where you're going to very easily. So you have to kind of put it down sometimes, step back and go, yeah, that's wrong. And then delete it and put another piece down. You can't, take a top view and start saying, right, I want a piece of track here. Can't do that.
I'm back.
There's no terrain manipulation from the point of view of you can't remove terrain, but you can add some groundwork. So you can kind of build it.
Stop.
So you can do a stone thing like that and elevate it and curve it and all the rest of it, or you can just do like ground and elevate that. You can use it that way, or you can use like bridge spans to span different distances and then put the track on top of that. So they're the basic tools that you get. I mean, it's a balancing act between them giving you enough tools so that you can do a nice, good job of it, but not giving you so many tools that it just becomes easy. Like, oh, I want a line from here at that gradient, click, done. Like, that's just boring.
Back. And stop.
I enjoy the game Club Villain. When you're building track, though, it does take many hours, and it can be a bit frustrating, but it's very satisfying when you've built some track and then you get to drive your trains over it. Like, you don't get that in another train game, I don't think. Yeah, yes, Beal. I mean, initially, it's a at the start of the game, there's a lot of track building you have to do, and then when you want to get to a new industry, you've got to then link out to that, and that's a process all the way until you've done all the industries. Yeah, but then even at that point, you might think to yourself, well, I'll go back and I'll redo my Ironworks layout because it's not very good because I did that when I was started the game, or there's going to come a limit once you've done all the industries and connected everything. It's then about moving logistics and to get money to get better trains. Are we going back?
Yep.
There's nothing wrong with the Ironworks layout.
It was an example.
Well, why did you pick that one?
Because it was there when I looked at my screen.
I was so happy with what I did with the Ironworks on your save that I went and did it on my own. Oh.
Right, that's all the lumber, isn't it? What's left here? 20 beams?
20.
Yeah, well, we can always get this up there, but we're at 3 o'clock, so...
That timing, Paul. We loaded that train just in time.
Seems like a nice time to take a break. Moss Pittman, thank you for 32 months. Right, guys, we are going to take a break for an hour. Jason B, thank you very much for 5 years, sir. Happy anniversary. Thank you. Joe, the new badge. I'll be back in 1 hour's time when we shall take this stuff up to the coal mine and then take some rails up to the coal mine and produce some more stuff and take it down to the steelworks. Get some coal down there. So, yeah. Hope to see you in an hour's time. If you're heading out, have a great rest of your Saturday. Beastly Greg. Thank you for 91, Beastly Greg. So, yeah, back in an hour's time. Going to grab some food. Make a coffee, maybe. Have a stretch. That's it for me, guys. Bye for now. See you in an hour.